Number 5 wants us to simplify the rational expression. And even though it's extra credit, it's the bonus to say what x and y, where they're not equivalent. I'm going to do that still, but you don't have to do that. Okay, so first of all here, I have 5 over 10. That's the same thing as 1 over 2, right? I can divide both by 2. So I can divide both by 5. And I get a 2 in the denominator. Then I have x squared over x. That leaves 1x in the numerator. And then we have y over y cubed, which gives me y squared. Now when I started, before I started simplifying, I can see that x is undefined at 0, and y is also undefined. So y and x are undefined at 0. Okay, but when I'm done, only y is undefined at 0. So both of these are undefined at 0. Y. For both of these, y is undefined at 0. So that means that they are equivalent. Now, if I plug in 0 for x up here, I get undefined. If I plug in 0 for x here, I get 0. So x cannot equal 0 because they're not the same. All right, number 6, factor first. Factor first. Okay, so I have here x squared minus 4x minus 12. What multiplies to give me negative 12 and adds to give me negative 4 is negative 6 and positive 2. And then x squared minus 4 factors to x minus 2, x plus 2. Now here, I see that x is undefined, or what values of x make this 0 is at 2 and negative 2. Okay, now I can slash, and I'm left with x minus 6 over x minus 2. Here, x is undefined at 2. So they're both undefined at 2. That means the odd man out, the one that's different from here to here, is negative 2. And sometimes I cross these off because they have a partner, all right? But x cannot equal negative 2. All right. Number 7. Okay, factor first. I can factor a 3 out of both the numerator and the denominator, which is going to be nice because that 3 is going to cancel. But this top one, I have 3. Actually, here. Let's pull out the 3 first. And then we have x squared minus x minus 6. And if we pull out the 3 here, we've got x squared minus 9. Okay, so I see that I can cancel the 3's, and that's not going to affect what x and y can't be. All right? So this factors down to x minus 3, x plus 2, and this is x minus 3, x plus 3. Okay? And again, this part you don't have to know. All right? It's extra credit. So this x is undefined at 3 and negative 3. Okay? Now I can slash. I'm left with x plus 2 over x plus 3. X is undefined at -3. There's my partner, so they're both the same at -3. They're both undefined at -3, but it's undefined at 3 here, and here it's 5/6 if you plug in 3. So x cannot be 3 because they are not equivalent at 3. Okay, this one, let's see what we can factor out. This top one I can factor out a 2x, and I'm left with x minus 3. And on the bottom here I can factor out an x, and I'm left with x squared minus 9. Oh, that's kind of nice, I just have that right here. So factoring that down even further, I get x and then x minus 3, x plus 3. So x is undefined at 0, 3, and -3. All right, well these x's cancel. These x minus 3's cancel. So I have 2 over x plus 3. X is undefined at -3. Okay, so they're equivalent at -3, so x cannot be 0 or 3. All right, we'll go on to number 9 in the next video.